Hello, we go to present the lesson plan, Mathematician Masterchef. We are the school in Catalonia, Mora d'Ebre, Institut Julio Antonio. We are the teachers, me and Marta Montagut and Joan Bernet. We are from a school of secondary. Our project, I begin with a sentence of Nelson Mandela: education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Okay, I explained to you our learn objectives in general in mathematical. Objective 1, translate a problem into mathematical language or a mathematical representation using appropriate variables, symbols, diagrams, and models. The objective 2 is use mathematical concept tools and strategies to solve problems. The objective number 3 is use communication and collaborative work to share and build knowledge based on mathematical ideas. Objective 4, select and use various technologies to manage and display information and visualize and structure mathematical ideas and process. Okay, in this project, in the Mathematical Masterchef, we have 5 objectives in this case. Objective 1 is that our student is distinguished between magnitudes directly and inversely proportional. The objective 2 is solve different situations on direct proportionality and inverse with 2 or more magnitudes. Make distributions directly and inversely proportional. Objective 4, form proportions, giving 3 numbers, calculate their form proportional. And objective number 5 is solve problem using direct and inverse rule of the threes. Okay. Learning outcomes is 3 objects. Discover the relationship of direct and inverse proportionality between pairs of values corresponding to 2 quantities. Apply the notions of length and mass to solving problems of direct proportionality and value the relationships of direct proportionality as a tool for the expression of knowledge of everyday reality. Okay, we only work with one teacher, with math teacher, but we make activities with the other departments. This is examples because in the first activity the students make a logo for their restaurant and she used objects of the visual and plastic department. With an example of our students that make his restaurant logo. Another department who we work is with the technology department because our students make the activities with 3 sessions with the computer and work with Google tools like Excel, SlideShare, Drive or Canva or Genially or other kind of programs to present their work. They have two tasks. Here, 2 tasks. The task 1 is that you want to open a restaurant and the students must think about the name and the kind of food we will offer to the amount of people you need to hire. The task number 2 is that you have been given the task of making the menu for an hour ceremony and you need to take into account all the cost to prepare the budget. Okay, we have 5 steps to make all the activities. This is a proposed to temporation possible. The first step, step 1, is understand direct and inverse proportionality. This is a session with the teacher math. This is estimate the time, presentation, the project, and learning goals and objectives. Show some cases of linear and non-linear situation and how to calculate. We make groups of 4 or 5 people, depending on the group. and the sales roles in the group, the lead, the secretary, etc. Talk in the group about how to start and how to manage the situation. The step number 2, in this case, is the design. The groups, the first thing they will have to do is design an original logo for the restaurant, like the examples I see you before. We need to decide the menu of the restaurant. The menu, they must have first plate, second plate, and dessert. It should be taken into account that we will have to know the necessary ingredients of each dish, the cost of these ingredients, and the processing time. And this information will have to be complete for each of the dishes that they want to do. Sorry, we must go to the step 3. Okay, step 3. Then we go to return. Okay, the step 3, the cost of more than one menu. She must calculate the cost with the first dish, second dish, and the dessert. No, they think about different questions: if the relation between the cost of one menu and the cost of more, the processing time of more than one menu, the number of cooks they need, and the relation between the number of cooks they need if we want to reduce the processing time. Now we go to the step 4, because she must calculate the one menu to 100 menus and calculate the profit, like revenue minus cost. The cost is the cost of the ingredients, the cost of how many cooks they need, and calculate percentage. Revenue, think about the price of the menu, taking into account that you want to have benefit, but at the same time you want to have many customers. You can apply a percentage to the cost to assure the profit you want. Okay, the last step 5, a budget must be drawn up and with all the information presented to the rest of the class with a presentation like Genially, like Canva, or that they want. Okay, the materials necessary to make this lesson plan is maybe this one. 1 hour explication for the mathematical teacher, then 3 hours in the classroom. The students will bring information from home, like the dishes, the ingredients, the prices, and last 2 hours in the computer room in groups. They will make the presentation with the computer and can use Excel with the calculations cost. Okay, the methodology teaching is actively engage students in the learning process by using a variety of strategies that encourage their participation. Math teacher gives students various tasks and assignments to complete, often group work. In this way, students can take on the role of teacher and learn a range of topics together. Okay, the implementation, the idea is proportionality work applied to real life, in this case in a restoration context, to obtain maximum benefit and minimize cost. Okay, if you click here, you go to the description doc of this lesson plan, and this is the presentation of our lesson plan Masterchef. Make a practice, and I propose to you that now make the one dish. Now we make groups of 3 or 4 people. Okay. And you have to find a recipe for a dish, one only dish, and you must calculate the cost of the ingredients and quantities for the people we are trying. Okay. We are how many people here?
25, around 25.
Okay. 25. You have 15 minutes to find the information, do the calculation, and present the information to the members of this meeting.
So groups of 3 or 4?
And understand? Both? Yes. Then, Joan, do you want to explain this before me? We go.
This is typical letter.
Typical of your country.
Then explain us the time you need and the cost. For example.
We make an Excel for calculate that we need. This is an Excel. The students can make this easy document. And if we go to the internet and look for a tortilla de patata for 4 persons, and we need this one: 6 eggs, 3 potatoes, a spoon of oil, and salt. And we make the cost. We look the prices in internet too. Like we found the price of 24 eggs, the price of 1 kilo of potatoes, and the 1 liter of oil. And we with a formula. Okay, we have this the cost for 4 people. The cost for 4 people is this one, and we need 25 minutes. Okay, now the problem with our student is they must calculate for all the people of this room. We need the cost of 24 people, and this is a direct proportions, and make the calculus with the Excel.
There is no formula because I did it in Excel in the app of Microsoft and then copy paste.
Okay.
So
Okay, but
there are only numbers.
Okay.
Yes, but is this the right time for preparing
Yes.
menu for 25 people?
Yes. One cook needs 150 minutes.
If I put 4 ovens at the same time,
You have to suppose things. One thing
this is debate.
Yeah.
Please
We'll work with the
explain
students
to us,
in how we can reduce this time. One cooker can do 4 at the same time, or you can put 4 cookers. So it's inverse.
Okay, so we chose a dish that is traditional in Greece and Cyprus. And it's dolmades in Greek, poupetia in Cypriot, but it's essentially the same dish with only a few alterations. So we calculated 23 people instead of 25, so excuse us. We have 5 cups of rice, 1.5 liters of tomato sauce, 5 onions, 5 tablespoons of black pepper, 10 tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin only, 5 tablespoons of salt, 5 kilos of minced meat, pork, 5 squeezed lemons, 2 bunches of parsley, 6 tablespoons of dried mint, and around 110 vine leaves, because we calculated that each person is going to eat 5 dolmades.
Can I say that this is like the European sushi? Because I've learned that it's also done in Greece, Turkey, the Balkans.
yes, in our country
How is it
also.
called in the Balkans?
Sarma.
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 Okay. Is it something similar in Spain? Like stuffed wine leaves? No?
No.
Okay.
So the vine leaf is the thing that wraps the rice, right?
Yes.
We have similar dish when we use garbage
Oh, yeah,
leaf
yeah.
instead of vine leaf in the winter period.
It's the same in our country.
Yeah.
Cabbage.
We also have that.
Yes. So let's go see
Sarma.
the
Greece. I don't know.
let's go see the
price.
the prices. Yeah.
So $2.99 for the rice, $2.70 for the tomato sauce, $1.35 for the onions, $1.50 for the black pepper, €4 for the olive oil, 49 cents for the salt, 27 euros for the pork, 2.30 for the lemons, 80 cents for the parsley, 95 cents for the mint, and okay, this is debatable. Why? Because in Cyprus you always have a relative who has their own vine leaves, so you never actually pay for them. So in Cyprus it's free. So this is just an indicative price of 10 euros because we assume that this is probably how much you're gonna pay if you buy them from the supermarket. But yeah, usually you get it for free. So the total for 23 people is for 54.08 €, which comes to $2.35 per person for 5 pieces.
Nice. We didn't use Excel.
We used just the paper and πώς είναι η μέθοδος οδειών?
Oh, we used yesterday's topic, the method of 3.
The rule of
The
3.
rule of 3.
Yeah.
So we used that. So we practiced yesterday's presentation.
Yes. Why? Because we know the quantities for 5 people, or like 4 or 5 people, usually a family. So we know Andri, for example, they make it all the time at home. So she knows the quantities, and we said, okay, for 4 to 5 people, we use 1 cup of rice. How much are we going to use for 23? So we use the rule of 3 to find out the quantities.
Can we debate the prices? That's the most expensive rice I have ever seen.
For
It's actually 1 pack of rice.
it's for 23, right? For 23.
Okay, okay. No, I was just wondering.
It's 1 kilo of rice, which actually we don't know how many kilos or grams are 5 cups of rice. So we said there's no way you're going to buy more than 1 pack of rice. So we just calculated the maximum that you could possibly.
No, because I thought rice expensive, olive oil very cheap. Right now, because in Spain the prices of oil are rising high, so it was like that's a cheap olive oil.
Yeah, for olive oil we calculated the.
Half one.
You would buy the liter one because there's no option to buy like half liter. So the 1 liter is €8, which I guess is cheap, and it was actually the cheapest one we found. So we said, okay, we're going to use the cheapest olive oil. But for the recipe, you would probably use half a bottle. So we calculated, like we divided it in half.
Okay, so precise.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hold on. Alexandra has a question.
This leads us to a thought. How about optimization of the all ingredients? Don't think about how much per person for 23, but think about the best use or the usage of all ingredients for how many persons. You understand? If you said you buy 1 liter olive oil, so how many servings with liter olive oil, and then you calculate the other ingredients?
I'm not sure if this would be possible.
I'm talking about optimization of
Okay.
all
Yeah.
ingredients.
You mean not to save
It's
oil?
a task.
Yes.
It's a task that I have in mind.
In this
So-
way,
That's why I asked think about that, because if you buy, you don't buy, I don't know, let's see.
You would buy more
Five
meat.
tablespoons
Yes.
of pepper. Buy.
Yes,
Yeah.
you buy a package. So
Yeah.
you spend much more money, right?
True, yes.
And
Yeah,
that's a waste
actually-
of ingredients.
Salt and
Yeah.
pepper.
Maybe it's better to calculate what will be the best number of servings that will be the most effective usage of all ingredients
Yeah.
with less.
Yeah, that's a good idea, but since you can save the rest, then there is no point of, you're not gonna waste, I mean, if I use half a bottle,
Well, I'm here
I'm
for
not
3
gonna-
days and I'm
yeah.
going to Lidl and buy some ingredients.
I'm not
and
gonna
really
throw the
there'll be
rest,
much
I'm not
leftovers.
gonna waste the rest, so,
a
yeah.
waste.
That's
You
what
It's a-
I'm
it's a
doing.
good
can
question.
post the
Yeah.
questions to the parents,
Yeah.
not to the learners,
Yeah.
maybe on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
debate on platform and
Yes.
discuss about.
We want to teach kids to think like that.
Yes. and
Yes.
we-
We
Mhm.
don't want to make.
No, I connect now with our project because we involve parents also in the.
I'm talking about teach kids to be not consumers.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Zero waste policy. But as I said, in this case, since you're not throwing away the rest of the olive oil, then there are other examples that we can talk about. That say piece of carton that I used half, and then the rest I will throw it away.
You maybe combine
yes.
2 or 3 different dishes where you can have some similar ingredients and
Yeah.
use everything you want.
True.
So
Yes.
this is the debate. These are the questions.
Yeah.
That's-
Very
good.
Everything can be optimized.
If we are working in the restaurant, we need to have more than one dish to offer.
For sure, yes. Olive oil will be used in other dishes
Yeah, rice
and
also.
so on.
When you have debates like this, you teach kids why a lot of things, right? You teach them economic mathematics, then you teach them green mathematics, then you teach them the
STEM.
Yeah.
STEM, yeah, but in this case maybe not.
Yeah. No, green,
Yes, yeah.
green
But
policy.
it can be.
Green policy is incorporated in STEM a lot. We talk about a lot of efficiency and a lot of natural resources. All of these are into STEM and very updated into STEM framework.
Lovely dish.
Yeah.
And there's art in it also.
Of course.
I think it would be interesting to calculate, like, how long would it take someone to make it, and how much would they price the final dish, including their time.
And energy
Yeah.
and electricity.
And taxes. Like, how much would a restaurant actually price this item? Because $2.35 is just the net amount of the actual dish, but you need to pay someone, to cook it
in our
for
country
you.
is 4 or maybe more times than the actual ingredients are. 4
So
times
it
more
would
or
be-
maybe more than 4 times more.
So €8 for
If you
minimum
spend 8
€8.
euros, then you will pay 32 euros in the restaurant. If they spend 8 euros for a dish, 32 euros is
Mhm.
the smallest price you will get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Just a final comment. Time-wise, it's quicker to give it to your mother. Okay, she will make everything perfect, and you don't have to spend ages making 110 kubetja or dolmas.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you
Yes,
very
some
much.
kind of machine to
No, mother. The mother.
now with
Your mother is the
Your
machine.
mother, she will do it perfect.
Somebody else, or you had it, I don't know if you remember.
Yes, we
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
They are a sort of cheese pancakes. They are traditional in our country. People appreciate them a lot. Okay, so for our, should I read the ingredients? All the ingredients?
Yeah.
So we, first of all, we calculated for 5 of this, and one portion is for two. It's two cheese pancakes for each person. And first we calculated for 5 cheese pancakes. Okay, so we need 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of wheat semolina, 250 grams of cheese, fat cheese, so fat cheese, 200 grams of flour, 1 pinch of salt, half spoon of baking powder, some lemon peel, grate some lemon peel there, oil for baking them. This is the version when you cook them in a lot of oil. There is one other healthy option when you boil them, but they won't look like this. Okay, we need around half liter of oil, a lot of blueberries jam. It's the best, the blueberries jam, and Greek yogurt or sour cream if you want, but the Greek yogurt is better, I think. Okay, the total cost at the end was around 6 euros per person, 2 cheese pancakes. And for all of us here, 6 multiplied 25, I don't know.
Calculator.
Okay, this is the price for everybody here, around 25 people. Okay, so this is we chose it because I told you it's very good in our country. When you go to the restaurant, we usually choose to eat something like that.
And what?